Auto Pros on the Road is sponsored by Fram, manufacturers of high-quality filters since 1934. Visit fram.com to learn more.
Well, all right, Joe, where are we headed today?
We're headed to Performance Road, where we get to see some great cars being built and fabricated. We're headed to Quarter Mile Muscle. Our friend Brian out here has some great builds in a former NASCAR shop.
Well, that's rad. I love that you've kind of picked a little bit of everything this week, so I appreciate it. We've seen some actual fabrication, and we've seen some machine shop, we've seen some great shops, repair shops, and now we're gonna see full pop, top of the line restoration, customizing. It's paint, it's engine work, it's wheels, it's everything. It's all of the stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, I did creep their website, I should say, and their cars are beautiful. So I'm really, really excited to be here. And look, already there's this awesome truck right out front and a Corvette sitting out front. I think these are all really good signs, Joe.
I can't wait to get inside and take a look around.
I know, I think we're gonna have a great day here at Quarter Mile Muscle.
This is going to be great.
I think this is going to be great. Like I said, there's already a rad Ford truck in the parking lot and a Corvette out front. I mean, I think these are all really good signs.
Look at all this cool stuff.
I know, right? Already, it's just full
Brian.
of awesome
Hey,
stuff.
good morning.
Joe from Auto Pros on the Road, how are
Nice to
you?
meet you.
Jackie, nice
Hey,
to meet you.
Jackie,
Thank you
nice
so
to
much
meet
for
you.
letting us stop by and check
Yeah.
out your awesome shop. Already, I was stoked at some of the cars that are just in the parking lot. So it's the beginning of some exciting stuff going on here today.
we got
And then
all
already here in the lobby, you've got all sorts of great little model cars and all sorts of neat stuff. What's going on out here?
That's right. That's projects similar to what we work on. Some of them are more identical than others, but we work with local artists too that do some of the artwork for us, and it's all good stuff that we do day in, day out.
Is that a tire from a certain NASCAR driver that used to maybe be here?
No, this facility
No.
used to be a NASCAR facility.
For a certain racer?
Yeah, Jimmy Spencer.
Yeah,
This
Mr.
was-
Excitement.
Yeah, that's right.
Right on.
That's great.
Yeah. So we have some leftover NASCAR things, and there's a lot of NASCAR in the park here.
Yeah, I've noticed that this area, again, Performance Road, so could see all kinds of things going up and down the road. Huh?
That's right. Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Lobby is great. If the lobby looks this good, and I've seen what you've done on social media and
Right,
Facebook,
right.
I follow you guys, and
Oh, great.
seen some great builds. That Chevelle that just left here with that 540 in there.
Right.
Impressive, and I've seen some other pictures that I'm really looking forward to seeing what else is here.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Great.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll show you.
You guys
around.
want to take us on a tour? You want to take us on a tour so we can see
Yeah.
what's going on
Yeah,
around
let's
here?
roll.
Yeah,
All right,
let's go
that
check it
sounds
out. Wow.
Holy damn! Oh,
Oh, wow. So this is got
Cuda Mustang.
yeah, Cuda, Bronco, Stang, all of the words, all of the things. This is a kid in the candy shop right here for Mr. Joe, and I hope you guys get along because I think he's going to be moving in here. I think we're going to leave him here.
Hey, he's
Okay.
hiring a tech.
Yeah, we could
He's
have-
hiring techs.
Yeah.
I have a new home right now.
You really are ready.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to
We're
break
looking
this
to add.
to everybody else, but
It's going to turn into Auto Pro on the road. Just one. Just me, Joe,
looking
staying
for
here.
a place where my toolbox can go.
Well, first
We
things
got room for you.
All right.
First things first, obviously super high quality finish. These cars are just all beautiful, beautiful pieces of candy. Can you talk us through a couple, first of all, this Barracuda is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, well, this is our main mechanical area, and final assembly is on this wall over here.
Okay.
So anything mechanical wise happens in this area. So from engine swaps to fuel injection to carburetors, everything, transmissions. So we'll just start walking through some of these projects. This Mopar here came to us recently. We deal with Hagerty Insurance quite a bit. We're a preferred shop for Hagerty.
Wow.
So what happens if a classic car gets bumped or dinged or an accident, like this one did? The wheel came off and it messed up the guy's fender. So they reach out to us and we actually have to fix these. So like nothing ever happened again. So.
But with Haggerty, you can't just be anybody to fix these kind of cars. Haggerty is a specialty insurance company for special cars, such as a 67 CUDA convertible.
Correct.
You have to probably have some type of process to get approved for that.
That's right. Yeah, we've had a rapport with Haggerty for a number of years now, and we're one of the area's preferred shops here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So,
and I'm sure there's not a lot.
No, there's not a lot.
No,
We're
no.
pretty tight with Haggerty, and
Good.
they know we treat our customers right and their customers right. So, you know, that's what we try to build on. You know, each one that comes in, try to do the best we can, make sure the customer's happy, and back on the road.
Wow, great.
This I rock with the mullet plate. Oh my God!
Isn't that great?
We
Straight
had
out of the 80s, right?
we had one of these when I was growing up. My dad had one of these. He worked for a dealership, and this was a loaner car, so I am super familiar
And
with
it's from
the IROC.
Alaska, and I want to hear some Motley Crue out of that while we're driving our Skid Row. Yeah!
This is some childhood. This is some childhood memories all happening right here.
You
That's
get
amazing.
stuck in the tape deck, you know, the music's still stuck, it can't come out, you can't eject it. But
That's right.
wow.
Yeah.
And he came all the way from Alaska, so obviously transport.
Yeah, we get projects from all over the United States. Some are local, some are further away. Doesn't really matter to us where they're coming from, you know. They kind of choose us because they know what they're going to get with us. People are welcome to come visit us, you know, take a look for themselves prior to bringing a car. You know, just like we're doing now, we're going to show you guys around, and we show the customers the same thing.
Great,
So,
great.
moving on, we got a classic Bronco here. This one here is
I'm in love. This is my speed, Mr. Joe. I'm down for some.
a lot of these classic projects get newer motors, you know, so they're getting away from the period correct motors and stuff, you know. This is for fuel injection, ease of driving, keeping up with
Performance.
traffic.
Yeah.
You're hearing that term resto mod a lot lately, where you're getting these old classics with a lot of the newer technology inside of them.
Correct.
That's been more of the later trend that's been going on in probably your world a lot.
Yeah,
too.
we see it a lot.
Passion for protecting vehicles started in 1934, and we've been pushing the limits of performance ever since. We innovate with the times and have the right filters to fit your needs. Fram for the road ahead.
We got a nice GTO over
Ooh.
here. We
Ooh.
do Pontiacs as well as Chevys and
67?
Fords. 65?
65.
Yeah. So this is another Resto mod.
4-speed.
No, he's actually got a 5-speed. We upgraded, so we upgrade the transmission. Yeah, so you
Give
can
it
go
that
down
other
the
gear.
you can go down the highway 75, 80 without RPMs tacking through the roof. So get away from the 4 speeds. You know, if you drive around town, a 4-speed's fine, but a 5-speed with an overgear.
A little overdrive.
Yeah,
A little
overdrive.
tough to hit 70 without
Yeah, exactly.
drinking the gas.
And we upgrade the braking. You know, we put on disc brakes. It was a drum brake car and all. Yeah, there's a lot of
Drum brakes aren't fun, I'm telling you now.
No,
you got a
drum
lot of
brake-
power and you
that's
want to go
right.
fast, you ain't stopping fast.
Yeah, we changed from manual steering, manual brakes, you know, get power steering, power brakes. And that helps with today's traffic, obviously. So
Sure does.
we get into a lot of the first gen Camaros, second gen, third gen Camaros.
Yeah, 2 of them lined up right there, one over in the corner there.
Yeah, there's actually
You know,
3, 4
yeah,
of
there's
them,
a
right?
bunch of them back there.
Yeah, you're lousy with Camaros in here.
Yeah, we do like our Camaros. You know, there's just so much you can do with them.
Yeah, this Super Sport is fantastic.
Yep, and we do the same thing. Brake upgrades, chassis swaps if that's what they want to go with. You know, we kind of get with our clients to see the recipe they want to go with.
Yeah.
So,
And that's the most important thing, is working with the customers, giving them what they want
right.
and the vision that they have, and helping guiding, getting them through that build and that process, and giving them the guidance that they
Yep.
probably desperately need.
That, and yeah, we got to work within their budget too.
Yeah.
So, you know, we got to kind of hit the bullet points, what they want there.
I think it's really interesting that it's not super rigid, that you're just restoring to a certain point necessarily, and it's true to what the manufacturer made. This is super flexible in here. People can really pick and choose a la carte, and
Yes.
and you do everything.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Yep. Just custom paint, you know, if they want anything paint-wise, we do it all here. You know, we do high-end paint where you can't feel your stripes, you know. You can touch this and you won't feel the stripe in there, you know. So
It's buried all the way in there.
yeah,
Oh my
right.
gosh.
That is just absolutely beautiful.
Hard to see on a camera, obviously, but you
You'll
can
have to take my
definitely-
word for it. This is exceptional quality right here.
Right. Yeah,
Beautiful
same with
car.
them. They got custom gauges and whatnot. Creature comforts. Just upgrades, really. I mean,
A cell phone holder.
yeah, you gotta have those, right?
Those are factory back in the 60s, you didn't know?
They're ahead of their time.
Yeah, Chevy was thinking outside of the box.
Right. We got a custom Ford project here.
Unbelievable.
67?
Yeah, this one's really a one-off kind of custom here.
Wow. 67 GT350 convertible. I'm gonna need a minute, y'all.
Breathe.
I can't.
Breathe, Joe. Just breathe. Hang on, buddy.
I need a cigarette. Sorry, I mean,
Yeah.
you get to do this every day, all day. I know you're like, man, another car.
Yeah, we might,
No,
we
yeah.
might need a drool rag. So
Oh,
just brace yourself.
I'm from Cleveland. We haven't seen anything out of our storage areas in a long time, so
Yeah.
that's kind of our problem.
Yeah, that's right. This time of year, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, it is. So it's nice to see these down here a little bit.
Yeah, so I mean, we also get into the classic trucks as well. This is another Resto mod where he's got a crate engine, new crate engine.
LS did he go with, or did he go?
No, he didn't go with an LS. He
Okay.
just went with a 350 crate engine, but
Right.
we did upgrades, braking, transmission, rear end gears, basically more streetable again,
Yeah. Absolutely.
So-
That's great.
Yeah,
I mean, I love it.
we get into this is 68 Chevelle. This was a very nice full restoration of ours.
Was it an original SS 396 car?
It was,
Wow.
but it is now a LS3 car, fuel injected LS3 car with vintage air.
With vintage air.
Yeah, I mean,
Beautiful.
he's got everything is all freshened up, new on the inside, new carpet, headliner. Basically it's all coming back around to where this one's going to be hitting the streets here pretty soon.
Did you guys do the paint on this?
Yeah, we did the paint on this as well.
paint is beautiful.
It's called Blew Me Away is the color.
Man. Yeah, well,
I mean, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, right. We got a 69 GTO Judge here. And this one is going to be period correct. So we do some period correct builds as well. So he's got numbers matching motor, numbers matching transmission, rear end.
Wow.
This client has had this car since he was 16, and he's probably in his
Oh.
50s now. So
Tons of nostalgia in there.
Exactly.
Tons of feelings.
he says it's time.
Yeah.
obviously it's going to be very special for him when it's completed.
Oh yeah, every piece of this has been special for him. He's been involved with the build the whole.
Is he local or?
Somewhat, Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So he gets to pop in and kind of check in once in a while.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. He even refurbished some of his old parts and stuff too. So that kind of helps, We don't have to do all of it. If somebody wants to, rub on their chrome and bring it here to us and it's good to go, we'll put it on,
Right
How
on.
we phrase that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, you're outsourcing the rubbing. That's
Yeah,
nice.
that's right.
Nice. Beautiful.
Yep. This is a nice 67 Camaro build. This one's also a period correct.
I was gonna say it looks very correct.
This was a factory owner car back in the day, early 60s. And so it's got some weird options to it where it's got the luggage rack on the back. It's got the red interior against the exterior, which is a little different color combination, but that's how it was ordered from a GM exec back in the day.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever seen that color combination.
Right.
And the luggage, I mean, I've seen the luggage rack before, but on a ragtop is a little throwing me off too a little bit.
Right. Yeah, this one's Madeira Maroon, that's the color of it, and that's a period correct color.
And did you guys do the paint on this too?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, you're the boss at GM. The world is your oyster, I'm sure. And they just
Yeah,
went
right.
ahead and picked whatever they wanted to have in here. But I love the kind of slightly off red tones
Yeah.
of the outside versus the inside. I think it's
Right.
really, really cool.
Yes, it's
You really have a talented a body shop and obviously paint crew to be able to do this color, get the matches, and the finish that is on this car.
it takes a lot of man hours to get them right.
It's
I
an
mean,
art. It's a
it
true art
really is.
to get body work and paint to look like this.
Do you ever get cars in that you leave the factory paint alone or just polish up to a nice finish but leave it untouched?
Yeah, yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, for sure. If they want to try to keep the
Original?
nostalgia of the original paint and just want to try to bring the luster out some, yeah, we'll buff on that. And you know, you can only buff so much depending on what it is and what it looks like, but we'll do our best. And 9 times out of 10, it definitely comes out a lot better. So
Sure.
another Mustang project. This one just kind of came into us here. This is kind of how they come to us when they've been sitting for 30 years or.
Was this a barn find?
This was a client's car that has not been on the road for a long time. He's actually got a couple Mustangs, and this one meant something to them, and now they're wanting to do a restoration on it. So we're just getting it to the point where, what does it need? How far do you want to go?
Intake, inventory, what needs, what it, yeah.
Trying to get on the same page.
Look at this flake paint in here.
Yeah, this one,
You
This
can
one's got
barely
some-
see it.
yeah, you can see.
Yeah, but I bet in the sun, this thing sparkles like a brand new penny. Oh,
Yeah, it does, really.
Yeah, this is incredible.
Wonder.
It's super subtle, but it's really, really slick.
So this is a
Oh.
2019 LT1 engine. So we not only do the LSs, we do the LTs.
getting the LTs, yeah.
So this came out of a much newer Camaro. The whole drivetrain did. It's actually got the 10-speed automatic behind it even.
Oh, wow.
How hard was that one to get this one and fitted in there?
There was some tunnel work with the overdrive transmission and whatnot, and some body mounts and some other issues we had to overcome. But she's sitting in there nice and level, looking pretty good. Car's running really well, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is incredible. I love how subtle it is with these, you know, barely off like charcoal gray on top of that sparkle black, but it's all sparkled out. It's super, super, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's
thank you.
trick.
It is.
That's
Yeah.
really rad.
And you can see the interior is a little, it's all custom too. So
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys do upholstery work too?
we do some, yes.
Some?
We don't do the custom sewing as much, but we'll do the carpet, headliners, the dashes, the door panels, the seats, the dynamat, you know, pretty much a lot of it. But if it gets super trick, we'll actually outsource that.
That's another art too, so.
That is. Yeah, we do have a guy here that does sew though, and you guys will meet him here shortly.
Great,
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
Yeah. Some of the bigger projects we do, like the crew cab trucks here, you know, this is a,
There's somebody in there. How much horsepower does he got? He's old and tired. All right, hey, pull that engine out.
so we're dropping another LS into this as well, and he's fabricating some. We had to do some
mounts?
Yeah, some mounts. We had to do some clearance in here and there, but yeah. So basically, we're customizing it to fit into here, and then we'll take it from there.
It's the size of a limo.
Isn't it?
Is the bar in the back yet? Have you put one in?
It needs one, right? So as you can see, it's a working shop, and we're working currently right now. C3 Corvette here project. This one's getting a custom chassis built right now as we speak. So this is going to be a pro touring Corvette here, where you can take it to the track and
Yeah,
whatnot.
right down over at Moore's
Yeah, you
driveway.
you can take it there. You can take it anywhere.
We're talking about taking the rentals out there.
There you go.
Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, line them up. Let's see.
We're gonna run 19s all day.
For the record, Hertz did not hear me say that. That never happened.
Good, because we use an Enterprise, and I'm not telling them either. I've always been partial to the C3s. I don't, you know, some people never, I don't know. It's either you like them or you don't. I've always liked the C3 was my favorite vet stuff.
Well, they're actually starting to come back around, really. They are. The body style, you know, you just get those exaggerated lines.
Super sexy.
Yep.
All these big swoopy
Yep.
shapes.
Yeah, and then we changed up the interior, so you got your creature comforts and the vintage air once again, you know. So they're not as hot on the inside as they were back in the day. So,
And a T-top car on top.
yep, that's right. From here, we would go into the paint and body area if you guys are ready. And
Sounds good.
okay.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like he's painting right now. So, yeah, he's actually painting the hood for that Bronco you looked at.
Here, get on my shoulders. He's like, wait, Why is there a female looking at me through the window?
Right?
I'm just creeping.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that's what it's about.
Oh, that's cool. What a rad booth.
Yeah, we try to keep it as clean as possible, obviously, to keep the trash out of your paint.
Is he your main
Ideally.
paint guy? Is he the one that's responsible for a lot of the? Wow,
He does the magic.
he's
He
very,
does
very
He's laying
talented.
the magic right now.
Yeah,
Very talented.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, these are beautiful already.
Yeah, there's another C3 we painted here. We're just kind of getting the final touches back together on it.
Our passion for protecting vehicles started in 1934, and we've been pushing the limits of performance ever since. We innovate with the times and have the right filters to fit your needs. Fram for the road ahead.
We got a really sweet custom S10 truck here that a lot of people, there's people that follow the S10s, but this one's going to be a pretty special S10 here. This was an 85 S10 when it started, or when we got it. And our client, who's a very good client, said, you know what? I want a one-off S10. And I see you guys do a lot of Corvettes. Can you make my hood open like a Corvette hood? And we said, well, I haven't seen it actually been done because the way the hood pivots on the grill, it would crash into it. So we actually have actuators that push the hood out about 6 inches, and then you can articulate it up.
Oh, I can't wait to see this. I'm going to be following this one along the way. So you got to keep me up to date on this one through. I don't care, pictures,
Yeah.
Facebook, text.
Oh yeah.
Fly me down.
We've been kind of keeping this one a little quiet, but it's fine right now. You know, I can let the cat out of the bag. It's got a new LS3.
We got the scoop.
I know. I love the scoop. I love the
So
scoop.
it's got the high horsepower LS3. It's got a custom master booster cylinder. This is carbon fiber here, so this is really a trick
impressive.
unit. Tubular control arms, electric fans, vintage air. All the glass is going to be custom like the newer trucks, where it's like a flush mount. They don't really make flush mounts for S10s, so we actually did our metal fab and body work to make it come together.
Interesting. It'll be cool to see it.
This was a bench seat truck.
I was doing buckets.
Yep, we're doing buckets. As you can see, everything's going to be custom. We got custom dash, custom center
A
console.
little bit more wiring than 1985.
Yeah, just a little bit more wiring.
I mean, this is full tilt show truck.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, and it is. It really is. And not too many people pick an S10 as a show truck.
That's kind of why I'm a little
Yeah.
gagged by it. I'm like,
Right.
an S10 though?
Yeah,
But
right.
we love, the heart wants what the heart wants.
That's right.
I mean,
Hey, the more the odder it is, I think it's great. I love that oddball stuff where people are like, just do that.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right. You see
I think it's
Camaros
fun.
all the time. You know, it's an oddball is cool, and you know this is a custom paint work we did on it. And
Beautiful color.
we added in the brake light here. you
Yeah,
know,
those weren't
flush mount.
weren't standard in '85.
Yeah, they didn't
so-
have them in '85, that's
Nope.
for sure. Same with the back glass. That's going to be flush mount. So, yeah,
Gonna be
Very trick.
clean.
yeah. This project here is a Shelby Super Snake. This one was actually had some fire damage. The house caught on fire.
Oh,
This was in the garage. Firemen kind of pushed it out. They did basically save it, and we're just kind of.
Is this another one that you're working with Haggerty
Yes,
through?
this is another
Okay.
Haggerty job right here. So it could be a newer car, it could be an older car. Just if you're a Haggerty client and something happens.
I tell you what, I'd be pushing the car out of my garage too if my house is on fire.
I like that even the fire department though knew. They were like, no, this has to go out.
Get the
Right.
car, get the car, leave the house, get the car.
That's right. That's right. Yep. So we're actually going back with paint and whatnot, and yeah. So yeah,
Are you going to do anything custom to this one, or is he going to just go pretty much back to factory?
he's pretty much going back to factory, and some of these factory parts are hard to get because coming out of Shelby, they're actually Shelby components. So not everybody can get these parts, and the parts that we do replace, they actually want some of those back. So
Are you getting those parts from Vegas?
yes, we are.
They're getting it out of Vegas.
Yes, we are. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know a few things, you know.
Yeah, you do, right? This is a spider top. He is actually adding to the car, though.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, when the top goes down, it actually makes it look like it's just a two-seater. So it
Oh,
kind of goes over.
wow.
the back seat.
Oh, that's sexy.
And we're gonna have the stripes, just the way it was on the car, come through here. This is Rick.
Hey, Rick.
Hey, Rick.
Yo, nice to meet you.
He's our
Jackie. I've been admiring your magic the time that we've been here. Absolutely beautiful paint. Beautiful paint.
You've got a hell of a finesse and a finish that is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
We've already been just staring at your paint, and your technique is great. Truly is.
We were peeping on you.
Yeah, I'm sure you saw her like.
That was me.
Okay,
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
so now we're coming out to metal fab.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
I can't believe how many cars you have in this place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
the
from
building
the
keeps going.
Yeah,
does,
it's like
it
the
does.
outside. We're like, oh, okay, looks
That's
nice.
right. Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
then it just keeps going.
So we got another Chevelle project here. This one we're stripping the paint off it right now to get back to the bare metal and kind of see where we got to go from there. A lot of these cars back in the day have had so much work done on them. You can see the layers of Bondo or the layers of the paint jobs.
Or the quarter panels that have been already cut in once and not the best weld job, you know?
Sure, they patched it and it didn't look good, and so we replace entire quarters, roof panels. No matter what it takes, you know, we can replace it.
And now in 2022, it's a heck of a lot easier to get these repop parts than it was 20 years ago. You know, now you can get these parts and they match up pretty good.
Yes,
I'm not saying great. Yeah, I'm not,
A little massaging.
yeah, a little massaging, but I'm a little easier to get the parts in.
They are, yeah. At least you have some choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so as we continue through the metal shop here, you know, we got a 57 Chevy on a rotisserie here. This one is actually going to be another Pro Touring car where he's got a chassis coming. So he's going to be an LS swap chassis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be impressive to see that when it's done too.
These builds are pretty large builds when you add them all together because of the custom chassis, all the metal work it takes, all the new components you're putting in them.
Not necessarily this, because I don't want to like out anybody. What is the price tag for something like that? Like a full chassis all the way up?
Well, I mean, it depends on how many check marks you want on your list, you know.
Okay.
So if you want pretty much everything, you know, you could be looking at almost $150,000 to $200,000 or more.
Wow.
Depends on what you want.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done work for professional athletes and whatnot, and they usually want all the checks.
All of it.
So it can get up there, yeah.
Our passion for protecting vehicles started in 1934, and we've been pushing the limits of performance ever since. We innovate with the times and have the right filters to fit your needs. Fram for the road ahead.
Come on, guys, let's go take a look at that. Come on, let's go take a look at the Grand National here.
Another Pro Touring Camaro here. Got a custom chassis, as you can see. Tubular A-arms. This is a Speed Tech chassis underneath this one. The wheels are just our roller wheels.
To move it around?
Yeah, it makes it easier.
Yeah, that's clever. Actually,
This is actually a Dynacorn body car too. So this isn't it wasn't born in '68. So this is, you're talking aftermarket sheet metal?
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
aftermarket sheet metal all the way through and through.
Oh, wow.
The downside is you don't have a VIN or a true VIN from '68.
Gotcha.
So whenever it's completed, you'll get a VIN from the state issued in whatever year you finish it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be funny. Hey, I'm selling my 2021.
right. It'll be a recreation Camaro. Yeah, and then like I said, the Buick Grand National, kind of like the IROC, you know, back in the day. This was one of the fastest cars.
I will take this over that IROC all day.
Sure. Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Where did this, is this a customer's?
It is actually.
And what are we doing to this one?
We're doing some upgrades to it, you know, some tuning and whatnot. It's actually John Hotchkiss's personal car. So if you know,
Yeah,
Hotchkiss.
Hotchkiss Racing, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of them.
yeah, I'm sure.
I was just gonna say, this car looks completely done. What on earth could you possibly be doing to it? It's so cherry. It's so perfect.
Well, actually, he brought it to us here, I don't know, maybe a year ago. We haven't had it that long, but he just recently brought it back. But we actually went and did the polish, like you were saying. It wasn't as lustrous as it is right now, so we actually buffed this
So this
whole
is
thing.
factory paint and just a nice.
Yeah, we actually came through and buffed it out to try to make it look that much better, you know. So
It's really impressive for factory. Yeah.
Especially for
right.
what 1987 or an
That's right,
86.
87, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, this is. Did you guys do anything with the engine turbo work or anything? Did you decide to beef it up a little bit?
No,
or
mostly tuning, kind of. You know,
Okay.
he has a few cars, so we're kind of trying to help him out, get them all tuned up, because he moved from California to Mooresville now. So
Race City, USA.
that's right. He's got a shop here.
I think your shop is definitely the definition of Race City, USA. It's amazing.
Yeah. Do you get a lot of race NASCAR clients here?
We get a few that come through for sure. You know, everybody has their own niche around here, so depending on what they want, you know, we can help them out. It's just we get all kinds of people that come through the door. So.
I bet. What a fascinating shop. It's so interesting to me that these are some of the cars that you get here are true like love letters, nostalgia pieces. They've been in the family. It was their first car they ever had, all the way through to you know, somebody who just wants to splash out a ton of money on a very, very cool trick collector piece. It's a little bit of everything here.
And
Yeah,
then
you
this
guys do it
actually will lead us right back into the main shop where all the good stuff is. Maybe we didn't cover. I don't know.
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
what we missed.
I kind of was waiting for another building to pop up.
Well, we do actually have a polishing area that's further back.
I'm glad this is on wheels, so I can easily roll it out to my car.
Yeah, right. Will it fit in the rental?
We'll make room. We'll make
I
room.
think at this shop we can make it fit.
Okay,
I think you guys can do it, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you got an LS7 on a stand, another Blueprint 350 on the stand. So yeah, we actually did all this metal fab here, the extended of the wheel tubs. You got your driveline tunnel here.
Did you guys build all of this?
Yeah, oh yeah, we did all of it. And he wanted it.
That's talent.
He wanted wheel wells that looked period correct, that had these ridges, so it took a set of 3 per each one to make one tub. So that's why it has these ridges and stuff in it. Also, he wanted the ridges of the bed, and we had to kind of incorporate that in that, and then, you know, dye our ends off. So it's all custom. If you depends how much you know about trucks and whatnot.
Yeah.
You'll pick up subtleties, I guess.
But it's all
Very
in the
cool.
details. Everything is in the details, and the more details and the more you nail them, the better it is.
You probably recognize maybe these. These are Kindig flush mount door handles here. So, yeah, another nice column there.
Are we gonna go buckets on this?
Yep, we're going buckets on this, and then the crown jewel of the Coyote Ford Racing Coyote engine, and then Whipple. We have the Whipple supercharger on top of that. Like you didn't have enough horsepower, we're adding more. It's all coilovers, Hydro Boost braking. You know, you can see the diameter of your brakes and all that. It's all
That's the good thing, because with this kind of power, you're gonna need that kind of stopping power as
exactly.
well.
That's right. You go fast, you got to stop fast.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we made all these. It's still in raw metal, you know. So
Yeah, I saw the other set sitting in the back of the bed.
yeah. So that'll be off to our paint shop pretty soon to get epoxy coated, and yeah.
And are we going on a matte finish on this one? Is he gonna go full
He's going with
gloss?
a blue and a silver theme. It's gonna be shiny though. It's
gonna be sharp.
Yeah, it's gonna be really sharp.
Great place.
Yeah, thank you.
This is a great shop, and you guys are doing some really great work here.
Yeah, well, all of us appreciate what we do here, and you know, it is a job at the end of the day, but
Yeah.
every one of my guys has the love for the classics.
I mean, to be honest, it's really obvious that all of you love it. Like just your vibe, your smile, everyone's positive attitude.
Sure, yeah.
As we're walking through, people saying, "Hey,
Right,
there's
right.
no sour grapes anywhere in this building."
No,
and I don't know
no,
how you
yeah.
could even kind of have sour grapes to
Right.
be here.
As long as you didn't mess up his paint when you peek through.
I've got a feeling even if I did, he could fix it. I'm just saying.
yeah.
I've got $10 on him back there working.
Yeah, I bet there ain't a run in that paint anywhere.
No.
yeah.
No.
That's right.